Welcome back. I'm playing Warhammer 40,000 Battlesector, and we'll get started on our next multiplayer matchup. We are doing another Conquer objective, this time also on the Ghostlands. 2,500 points. I'm going to be playing as the Tyranids on this matchup, and we're actually going to be playing against the Chaos Demons of Khorne. It's a 60-point target, 8-turn limit, so it'll be interested to see how this other player utilizes the Chaos build compared to mine. So I wanted to try to see some things from a different perspective here. So we're going to do kind of a swarm build. I've got 2 Tervagons, a bunch of Venomthropes, 3 Tyrannifexes, 2 Pyrovores, because we're going to have to kill a lot of infantry. I've got 5 or 6 warriors with the Death Splitters, and then I maxed out my Hormagaunts because I think they're going to be better at getting kills against any sort of high tier units that may be coming out, and then they should still be able to take a hit if they get attacked. So he's brought dual Bloodthirsters, as most people will. Now, generally, I recommend that you don't bring the Swarm build against the Forces of Chaos, because especially if it's a player that's used a lot of the Chaos before, what can happen is the Bloodthirster actually has this yelling ability that does psychic damage. And if both of the Bloodthirsters use that psychic yell, then that will actually kill, and both of those attacks hit your low tier Swarm builds. It'll kill every one of your low tier units. I think the only low tier unit that will survive is the Gargoyles, but even they can take substantial damage and almost be killed, depending on what the damage roll is. But let's see how this goes. I mean, I'm kind of worried. I'm trying to space these guys out so I don't set myself up, because what I don't want is for him to jump into the middle of my group, do a double yell that'll give him plus 25% additional damage, and then use his other attacks to either snipe down a Tyrannifex or to kill my command unit, because then I'll lose my points. I mean, if you can land an attack on the warriors, each one of those attacks should be able to kill one of my warriors, wipe them out. So that's not great either. And I really need these Venomthropes to be able to use their Poison Clouds to increase the amount of damage that all my units will be doing to him. The Flamers to clear out his units. And then the other thing is Chaos doesn't have an ability to heal. So even if I can just stack up lots of little damage over time, that should equal a lot of damage, especially if I can have him waste a bunch of attacks on units that have the Spore Cloud on them, because that'll give him additional evasion to help him stay alive. And ideally, we got to try to keep these guys here. But yeah, if he just jumped down right now, it would kill the Bloodthirsters, but it would just kill everybody that's around here. Yeah, he's going to get the full 15 because I didn't do any Gargoyles to fly in there. Maybe I should have brought at least one with me to try to at least contest that. Yeah. Here comes the Blood Crushers. I guess I didn't think about that. I got to be careful about these guys too, because they'll do significant damage with their charge. And now he's going to body block me in on the stairs. Okay, yep, Blood Crushers. Yeah, I should have thought of that. Yeah, he's doing a Blood Crusher build. So he's going to do pretty similar to what I was doing. He's going to use those Blood Crushers to try to block everybody in. Yeah, that makes sense. So that's interesting. It's kind of fun. We have very different styles. I mean, I did a little bit of that to block, but he's doing almost like a main blocking force. And I bet he's going to have a bunch of Flesh Hounds to sit back there with their flame attack. Yeah, he maxed out his Blood Crushers. Ah, that's smart. Shit. Yeah. That's smart. I think that's going to work for him. That's going to be that's a good idea. I didn't think of that. Which surprises me, because you only have like 4 or 5 different playstyles with the Chaos. Interesting that he's keeping his Bloodthirsters back. I guess he's going to make me come to him. Well, okay. Okay, how do I want to do this? I guess I'm going to have to use keep the Tyrannifexes back. Okay, he's got a Demon Prince back there. I did not see him. Alright, let's have these guys try to kill the Blood Crushers. Alright, well that works out. We just got rid of his zone of control. So let's move you guys up to here. You're a Termagant. Let's get you to there. If I bring you here, you can flame for another 40 to 50. Okay, good. If I move you up to here... Well... I don't think they're going to be able to get the kill. Maybe I just go for the guaranteed kill. So let's just do that. So, alright. And then we've got these guys. I could move you all the way to there. But then the Bloodthirsters are going to come for you, and I'm not going to be able to chop through all that health. Especially on the stairs here. Alright, let's bring the Pyrovores over to here. And then we'll just have you flame here. Okay, that's decent enough. I could get you over to there. That would lock them down. If I came from the stairs... That's 89% chance to hit. See, I need to get these guys close enough together that I can start getting those swarm tactics going. Yeah, see, he stayed up there, so I'm not going to be able to flame him. Oh, interesting. So he's got 3 Demon Princes. Okay, so he's just doing like a mass summoner build then. Alright, if I bring you to here, you're going to be pretty exposed. You're also going to stop those Termagants from being able to shoot. Ah, shit. What do I want to do here? I bet I could bring the Hormagaunts up. And then they could attack. Oh, I could shoot here. And I could get a kill, probably. And then they'll get another round of attacks. I could charge in. Then I'll definitely get some kills. Let's just heal them. Ah, I hate how they divide that heal. That's so stupid. Alright. Okay. That's a charge. Actually, that works. So now he got pushed back. Okay. Do I push you up one more then? I don't think so. I think I use you there. And if he decides he wants to get into a slugfest, I can pop down the poison cloud and then I'll do additional damage. I think if I put you on the stairs, you should be able to shoot here. Only a 49% chance to hit. Nice. Ah, he did not get extra AP, though. Alright, good. He must have gone with max ranges on his Overwatch. So that allowed me to trigger one of those. Alright, what am I going to do over here? Well, maybe we can charge. Or not. Okay. Yep. Okay, so those guys are on Overwatch over there. Alright, let's do this. Ah, that's... fuck. Alright, that's full cover there, apparently. So I can't shoot them. So that means if I... Now, wait. If I do this, it says I'm going to hit both of them. Is that true? No, that's bullshit. Alright. Damn you, game. Alright, so we got you here. We got you here. Nice. So because we used our swarm tactics together, that allowed them to do significant damage. If I bring you up to here, we can start working on those blood crushers. I would have to run through here to keep these guys over here. To open up a pathway. These guys are termagants, though. So maybe what I'll do is move you to here. We'll bring the Pyovore over to here. If he wants to waste a bunch of attacks with his Demon Prince, I'm happy to exchange him away, because I got to keep them away from my other units. Because if he gets the kill, it's going to explode. One, two, three, four. Ah, I made a mistake. I think had I moved those Venom Throats before the Termagants, then I could have used the Poison Cloud and I could have done additional damage here. Ah, shit. That would have probably helped me. Yeah, see, I can get all the way over there. Well, you know what? Maybe I'll actually just use them to attack. Yeah. Let's do this. New plan. Get you up to here. Slap them. Nice. And now... I could let them die, but then they're going to get another round of attacks on me. And I don't think they can charge through Venom Throats, but I'm actually not sure. Let's pull you back. Because if he does jump down here, these warriors can jump all over his ass and take him out. Let's do Spore Cloud. Let's do Poison. So if he does come over here to try to kill the Tyrannifexes, then we should be good. I'll put these guys over here because they cannot charge through a Tyrannifex, so then we don't have to worry about the Blood Crusher charging through multiple areas here. Alright, I've got you. 49% chance to hit the Blood Crushers. Alright, that's a 3. Alright, here we go. We'll send a flanking force over here. That can shoot into the Blood Crushers. And if it attacks the weaker model, which it is, I should get the kill. Nice. Alright, now they're down. That's excellent. Okay. Alright, another Blood Crusher down. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Now we're going to get the shit flamed out of us the next turn. I think we just need to bring these guys up. And then these guys can act as a blocking force now. I've actually taken almost 50 damage. Alright, here. New plan. Move them back. Move you over to here. That'll lock the Blood Crushers down. You're here. I can move these guys up to here so he doesn't get another 15 points. And then you'll have to waste some attacks. Alright, so he's got 3 demon princes, some bloodletters, and flesh hounds. We'll bring you up to here. Oh, I already healed. I didn't really heal. I wasted that attack on the Hormagaunts. Alright, pull you back. New plan. Pull him back. I was going to heal and get a death blob there in case he decided to jump me. Alright, 44. Full cover. 44. Alright, that was pretty pitiful. Well, I could attack again. Ah! That's right. Still full cover. God damn it. Alright. Oh! New plan. Move this guy up to here. And then we'll put down the poison cloud. And if he wants to come fight me, then he'll have to fight in an area that's going to have increased damage suffering to him. We'll turn you there so you don't have any rear areas exposed. Damn, that would allow me to do more damage to those guys even with their low hit chance. Alright, let's bring you up and heal there. I still think we gotta pull you back, so if he does do a kamikaze charge into you... Damn it. Alright, let's set up some Overwatch. Then everybody can just charge into him and get the kill. Because actually our tier 3 ability is really, really good against Chaos, because they have so many melee guys that if we drop the spore mines on them, that can really obliterate them. In fact, probably going with those biovores would have probably been a good option too, because I could have been lobbing those things into the flesh hounds while we're waiting. And then just keeping all the warriors back to buff up their accuracy. Alright, if I bring you over to here, then you should be out of the explosion range. And yet, the following turn you'll be able to run up there and help get some swarm tactic stacks going. Let's do Spore Cloud. What I don't want is for those damn bloodthirsters to jump over in the middle here and lock me down. So maybe... Are we going to body block everything here? I could move you over here. Yeah, let's do that. And then that leaves me available to go up the stairs if I need to from the side. Alright, let's pull you back, because we don't want him to be shooting you with the Demon Princess. Yeah, of course, that's full cover. I could bring you over to there. What do I want to do? I feel like I should stop him from double jumping me. So let's just body block. And now I have things on both sides if he does decide to jump and assassinate my guy. Alright, let's see what happens here. I'm worried he's going to do double yell. Alright, charging through. Somehow walks through my units. Alright, Demon Prince. So... Oh, okay. I was going to say, really? You're going to run him into that corner? No, you used your summon creature to body block. Alright, summon in more guys. Yep, flaming with the flesh hounds. That's not surprising. Running over here. Yep, there goes those guys. Blood crushers coming over here to body block. Okay, that makes sense. Ah, Bloodthirster summoning. Okay. Actually, that's not a bad idea. So he's continuing on with his body blocking strategy. Yep, that's exactly what he's doing. Yeah, alright, well, he's doubling down on that strategy. Let's see if I can cut through them. He can get through my evasion with the flesh hounds, but then it's also putting that flame attack on cooldown. Yeah, he's gonna just summon in guys with every unit here. Yeah, so now he's got more guys than when he started with, unfortunately. Shit, now he's getting some blood crushers too. Alright. What am I gonna do here? Can I... Yes, I can actually do this. Why is that not giving me 2 attacks? If I do... Yeah, now it's showing up. Now it's not. What the fuck? Because I need this to hit both of them. Because I need to get the kills. Alright, let's flame here. Okay, good. We got full synapse, so now we almost have enough to attack again. Alright. Let's pull you back. We'll run you up to here. And then you can flame these blood crushers. I could go through, and I could hit everybody, but then my Venom Thrope is dead. And I think I need to have those Venom Thropes stay alive to be able to use the poison. So let's do that. So they're down. I can bring you over to here. Alright, we got these blood crushers over here. I could charge. I could use the toxic area. That would also allow me to do more damage to the skull cannon. I could bring you up to here and flame the bloodthirster. Ah, that's right. You guys are termagants, not hormagants. What do I want to do? I think if I bring you up here, well, then everybody's going to be able to jump you the next turn, but if he wants to melee you down and get the kill, then I think we'll do it. I could get rid of 2 armor, but if you don't die, I'd really like to use that attack on somebody that actually has a lot of armor. If I do this, I'll get you to 67. Alright, let's attack here. 95% chance to hit. Good damage. And then we can have you come over here. This should get you the kill. Now let's just go with you, actually, because that way I have more movement. Damn it. You were supposed to get the kill. Yeah, see, you only have 2 movements. You wouldn't have enough, so let's just finish you off here. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Alright, well, so much for that idea. Let's pull you over to here. And now hopefully we can try to get our synapses a little bit higher. I've got you. You can't flame around the corner. Alright, let's just attack here. Damn it. I was really thinking you were going to get the kill. Double damn it. Alright, well, now what am I going to do? I guess I can bring you over to here. And I can shoot this guy. Or not. Alright, good. Now you can shoot the Demon Prince. 90% chance. Yeah, I think we gotta focus him down. Alright, good. I'm happy with that. Move you up. Let's move you back. Let's move you back. Alright, I've got you. I've got you too. Here we go. Let's move you over to here. And then I can use the Toxic Presence to increase the damage you'll take. I should have done that first. Alright, I'm putting together my plan here, guys. I'm putting it together. We'll do your Spore Cloud. And we'll attack here, because I need to kill these guys. Get a kill. Fuck. Alright, not looking good, guys. Let's pull you back to here. Let's get you over here, because I want you to get a kill, get your natural killer, and give me an extra AP. Okay. Alright. Alright. Good. There you go. Kill this guy, please. Excellent. Alright. Alright, alright, alright. We're breaking into the candy store now. So if I... 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I could get you over to here. I could charge. That's good damage. But can I make it better damage? I think I can. So let's move you up to here. Let's do Toxic Presence. Boom. And then your Spore Cloud is still available. Now you can attack. That's... Yeah, yeah, yeah. Alright, good, good, good. If I move you to here... No, no. I need to lock down these Bloodthirsters. So let's do that. You can come over here. Alright, let's move you over to here. You can attack here. Okay, excellent. Should have used your damage reduction ability. Maybe he did and I just missed it. I don't think he did, though. Alright, and let's get you up to here. And I think that's going to allow me to flame through. Or acid spray through. You know what I mean. I don't know why it's not showing that it goes through. Slytherin, please fix that. Alright, I did advance further than I should have because he didn't have all 3 synapses going, so that was a mistake. Because I should have been able to do that. Alright, what am I going to do here? I can move you to here and I can start attacking those guys. You haven't moved yet. Okay. Okay, I got a plan. Let's move this guy up 1. I can put this and hit him, and that should do bonus damage. Which it did not. Okay. But I now have you, which I can charge in, and I can give him additional damage by doing this. And now we can charge in. Yes! No! I did not want you to get overwhelmed, because now everybody can surround and kill you, and then he can flame through and hit both the Venomthrope and the warriors. Alright. Well, that was still good goddamn damage there. Fortunately, you pushed him out of the poison cloud, though. So let's put you here to try to body block it so he can't push me back further, because I need to freaking get to this point. Because his body blocking technique is working right now. He's up to 25 points. Alright, let's get you to here. Yeah, because if I don't freaking get up here into this conquest area, I'm going to lose on points. Ah, shit. So yeah, I got to start advancing. 100% chance to hit. Nice. Alright, let's move you down to here. Let's move you to here. You can shoot. Nice. Good damage. Good damage. We'll pull you back and you can heal. Alright, let's move you. What do I want to do? I can move you up here. Then I'm going to be kind of in the same situation I was just in. I actually need to advance. If I move you up to here, you can shoot into there. Alright. I think I need to just keep pushing, though, because I'm just advancing too slow. So let's just start advancing everybody up here. Alright, he has like a perfect double yell setup here with all these injured units to kill just tons of my guys. That should also get him a bunch of momentum. Alright, I think I need to move you up to here. So that way if he tries to bring the Fleshhounds over here, I can blow through this. Damn it, I had a 100% chance to hit. Now I'm down to 57. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Alright, let's keep advancing, though. Alright, and then I almost forgot about these guys. Let's bring you over to here. Let's use your toxic presence. That'll apply the poison. And then we'll pull you back to here. So either he's going to try to body block, or he'll come after you. But yeah, damn it, he's up to 40 already. God damn it. Oh, alright. Oh, I was kind of thinking he was going to flame me. Alright, good. Warriors are taking it like a champ. I don't know why they're taking it like a champ. Alright. Damn it, so much for evasion. Alright, flame attack. Yeah, that makes sense. Those guys are down. Alright, bloodthirsters. Yeah, here. Alright, well, he took those guys down, but better that than a shout. Yeah, blood crushers are coming around to lock those guys down, but we're doing massive damage back. Alright, Demon Prince. Yeah, he's taking down those Venom Thropes because he sees how much of a damage they are, how much of a danger they are to him. Yeah, Bloodthirster there, or Bloodletter there, that makes sense. Trying to get the kill on the Pyrovore. Poison. Poison's getting applied everywhere. Alright. We got quite the situation here. Let's get you here. Let's smack there. And then, if I attack with the warriors, that should get them to kill. And then if they can get an extra AP, that would be great. So let's do that and this. Too long for the battle animations, unfortunately. Okay. Let's pull you back. Alright, I need these guys to die. Let's advance you up. Let's pull you back. Let's get you up one. Alright, here we go. Let's attack here. That's a 93% chance to hit. Good damage. You've got a 77% chance to hit. Alright, and now these guys should be able to finish them off. Another round. Yep, good. Kill him. Do it. Good. Alright, because now I can move my Pyrovore up to here, and he kept his Fleshhounds grouped together. So now you can flame through here and kill these guys. Nice. And then my Hormagaunts are over here, so I can run you to here, and then you can attack the Bloodthirster. Or the Demon Prince, but most likely the Bloodthirster. I keep leaving my guys behind. Okay. He's Bloodmaster. He advanced up for some reason, probably to give him additional armor. Okay, I really thought that was going to do more damage. I thought each one of those did attacks, but it just applies single damage to each model in the squad and then applies the poison. Alright, well. Alright, so that was a little bit of a letdown. But I gotta kill that Bloodmaster, because he's gonna have a level 3 command point ability, and that will absolutely obliterate my forces. So I need to kill him. No ifs, ands, or buts. Alright, let's get this here. 100% chance to hit. Alright, let's pull you back one. You can come over here. 100% chance to hit. Nice. Alright. Can I attack from down here and double flame these guys, I wonder? Or is that going to be too high of an elevation? Full. Fuck. Alright, full cover. So let's bring you up to here. Let's flame here. I don't know why it says that's full cover, but whatever. I can have you attack here. Kill these guys. Don't kill those guys, I guess. But I can bring you over here and you can slap this guy. That should get the kill. Nice. Alright, now if I get you over here, 110 momentum. Okay. I've got a plan. Let's get you up to here. You can get the kill here. Okay, excellent. Now I've got those guys here, which I'd really like to kill. Let's get the 77% chance to hit. Well, I guess I'm shooting through the Tyran effects. Okay, here. Let's do this. Get the kill there. Down. Nice. Okay. Pull the Pyrovore back. If I run you over here, I can kill these guys. Because it's 13 per model. 13 times 5 is 65? I don't think that's right. Yeah, it is. 65. So that should be enough for you to surge and attack again. 37. Oh, I'm not getting the synapses. God damn it. How many times am I going to do that? Alright. I was supposed to use you for an additional attack. Alright. Mistakes were made. Alright. Alright. How am I going to do this? You're here. Let's start stacking up our bonuses. Oh, shit. You only had one movement. I just totally body blocked myself here. Oh my gosh. I'm falling apart here. Alright. What am I going to do? I gotta get you back to kill that frickin' Bloodmaster. Alright, let's move you up to here. Let's get the Tyran effects up to here. He's got 2 synapses. But let's just move all of our synapse creatures up. That should get them up to 3. Yeah, it is. Now I can acid these guys down. That should get you the kill. And it will also allow us to get enough momentum to surge. Okay, okay, we're here. I can fix this. Let's move you up to here. It's now net neutral. I can move you over to here. And then I should be able to shoot the Bloodmaster, right? No. Full cover. But that's because I think I have too many fat asses in the way. I can attack the Bloodthirster. If I came around here, I could use the Toxic Presence. But I think that's a mistake. Because then I'd have to charge through, and if he gets suppressed, then I'm just screwed. So let's attack here. 70. Alright, get the kill. Come on, baby. There we go. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Alright, so he's down. Alright, 100% chance to attack the Bloodthirster. I think we gotta do that. I can't let him get 15 points again. Well, I guess it would be 10 no matter what. Because I already have one body on board. Ah, I can't believe I blocked myself in like that. So stupid. Alright. Alright, what am I going to do here? Let's just run you around the back. So we can try to engage the Demon Prince. Get you a little more evasion. Because we're going to have to come from multiple directions since he's committed to this body blocking technique. I think we just attack here. That should do 150. Right? Let's turn you here. Let's just do it. Yeah, 130. Okay, he did a stupid little donkey kick. But then if we try to move out, he does a regular attack. And he missed. Alright, good. Let's move you up to here. Alright. And then, let's move you up to here. And if you can get a rear attack, then we can break his zone of control. And then our Tyrannofex should be able to walk around to wherever he wants to go. Fuck. Alright. Well, let's just leap into here. That should be a charge attack. 120. Alright. Let's pull you over to here. And let's shoot here. 100% chance to hit. Alright, you're down to 26. We have 110 momentum. So I should be able to surge, attack, as long as you don't shit the bed, which you shouldn't because you have a 100% chance to hit. Yep, you'll be able to attack again. That's now under Tyranid control. So then, let's move you over to here. And then I can attack the Demon Prince with my Acid Spray. And that'll also give me zone of control here where his Demon Prince won't be able to get rear attacks on anybody. You've still got an attack. You're still here too. So let's do this. You can shoot the Demon Prince, 100% chance to hit. Nice, good damage. Alright, start turning you guys around. Let's just keep advancing our squad. Bring you here, but we don't want to be so close to that Pyrovore that he blows up when he dies. Let's move you up and just use that to attack those guys. And keep you over to the side here. I can't believe I screwed myself on that one. And that he didn't get another attack. Well, whatever. We killed him. That's all that matters, is we got that stupid Bloodmaster out of here. Alright, wow, that was close. 45 points. Alright, that one over there is now going to be his commander. Charging into my warriors. 29. You dare. 46. 62. 47. 56. Yeah, I don't know. Come on, man. You're a demon prince. You should be doing more damage than that. I don't know what happened there. Did he hit you? Did he not hit you? Yeah, there you go. There's a 64. Alright. Well, I think with that, we've got this on lockdown. Should we do the burning spray? Honestly, I don't even know if we really have to. I can bring you up to here. Bring you up to here. Get you up to here. Let you leap. I feel like that's the ultimate insult to a demon prince, is taken out by some Hormagaunts there. Let's bring you up to here and use your toxic presence. Almost killed those guys, but you can finish them up and hopefully get the natural killer ability. And triggered. And let's have him come around to here. You should be able to do big damage here to the demon prince. Nice. And with that, we have victory. We took out 5 Fleshhounds, 4 Bloodletters, 6 Blood Crushers, 2 Bloodthirsters, 2 Bloodmasters. Did we take out 2 Bloodmasters? I only remember killing one of them. 2 Demon Princes. Yeah, because one was summoned, that's right. And Skull Cannon. As you can see, our Tervagons, Venomthropes, Tyrannifexes all did really well. Yeah, everything is pretty much 100% accuracy in melee. Our ranged attacks are kind of poor with the warriors, but that's because they were shooting at weird angles. The Termagants were in the 80s. So yeah, interesting that the warriors' accuracy was quite a bit lower than everybody else, but that's because they don't benefit from the synapse bonuses like the other units do. The big thing is, man, I almost cost myself the game here by not stacking my synapses, so you just got to be really, really cognizant of where your synapse creatures are when you're playing these games, so you can always get that momentum, because if you get ×3, that's like over 200% momentum gains, and as you can see, getting that on a really powerful unit, such as the Bloodthirster, effectively whatever unit kills that is going to be able to get a second attack. And if you do that to multiple units, you can end up doing multiple attacks. And that's how you can really pop off with the Tyrannifexes. And the kind of stereotypical example of that being way overpowered, and it's not really overpowered. They need that ability because the Tyranids actually are kind of a harder faction to play competitively. But if you're playing against the Orcs, their Knobs or Ludas or Fleshgits, they give shit tons of momentum per model killed, and you can sit there and do 3-4 attacks depending on how many guys you're killing with those attacks. And that actually cost me, I think, a tournament, if I remember correctly, where I didn't realize I had left up a perfect situation where it was all stacked, where I had multiple guys stacked together, and I think he ran around and like did his acid spray on three times or 2 to 3 times and killed 4 squads. And it totally cost me the match. I was expecting my Death Dread to suppress him, and it failed. So definitely, if you want to see how those Tyrannifexes can really pop off against Orcs, I definitely look at those tournament matches here. But still worked out well for me here. Very interesting. He really went with a body blocking build here, and it actually almost paid off because we were getting really close to running into issues here. I mean, they got all the way up to 45 points here, and when we're doing a 60-point target, that's pretty damn close. So I was definitely really lollygagging with the end points here, and if I hadn't tabled him or really gotten a lot of guys there to contest him, it would have been difficult for me to catch up on the points, because assuming he didn't have anybody on the blockage there, that would be only 10 points per turn that I would be getting for my units on my turn. And if I couldn't table him, then it would have been real close for me to getting the points brought back up, because he should still have been getting 5 points at least per turn as long as he had somebody on the command square there. So the big thing with Chaos is, you know, he played very, very well. You know, I just had to be very, very cognizant of the blood crushers, because you have to decide, are you going to use them to body block, or are you going to use them to do the charge attack? As you can see, they can do massive amounts of damage to your low tier units when they're charging through, but you can't charge through vehicles or large creatures. So you always want to make sure, if you're going to have guys stacked up or grouped up together, that you don't allow multiple blood crushers to charge through there. You can really get yourself into a lot of trouble. And I think at the end there, he ended up moving his Bloodmaster up because he wanted to give his guys additional armor and armor piercing, because he has a positive buff and he only has an area of 2 squares around him for that to get applied. But unfortunately that left him exposed, because really I think what he's trying to do is save up for the tier 3 command point ability, like what I did on our other match. And that allowed me to really nuke a lot of his orc forces. I think he was planning on doing that to nuke a lot of my Tyranid forces, and that certainly would have happened. Now, I think what ended up costing him the game here is his strategy worked out perfectly, and I think it would have ended beautifully for him if he would have done the double yell. And what that ability is I think it's within 3 squares of every direction. He'll do, I think, 15 to 20 damage as psychic damage, but my Hormagaunts and Tormagants have less damage than that per squad. So you have one of them use the scream and the yell, and then do a bonus, an attack and melee attack on somebody, do, you know, 125% of your normal damage. Even more so, because what I thought he was going to do is do the yell and then buff up one of his Bloodthirsters with the Demon Prince to get the extra accuracy and damage, because then he'd be doing 150% damage with increased chance to hit. So I thought that's what he was going to do. So I was like always positioning my guys in a way to try to nullify that, because typically you don't want to use swarm tactics in Chaos, especially against somebody that knows about the double yell ability, because effectively you'll have the one that has less momentum or is injured do the first yell, and then set it up for the second Bloodletter to do on his second yell. He'll kill all the units and get all that momentum. And then that can make it so he'll either be able to surge attack the next turn, or be able to then get another attack. And if you're doing 150% damage, then that means if you do land 2 attacks, you've done plus 300% damage compared to your standard amount. So instead of 200, you know, if you're doing just 100% damage using it that way, I hope that makes sense. But that's what I kept thinking he was going to do, because I'm like, oh my god, he's got all these Demon Princes. That must be what he's planning on doing. Instead, he was just using them as a pure summoning build. And if that's the case, then you should have done more Bloodmasters, because that's much more cost effective to summon more guys in than the Demon Princes, because you bring the Demon Princes because you want to have their splash damage, the bonus attack, the increased HP with the armor, but then the buffs as well, because that buff lasts for 2 turns if I'm not mistaken. And so that's really where they shine, instead of just trying to use them to body block, because that's actually one thing the Tyranids are actually pretty decent at taking out, is just high HP units. Now, the one weird thing about this game is the armor does not seem to be consistent. Like if you would have had a tank body blocking like the the Predator, I think I would have had a lot of trouble killing that with my Termagants and, you know, trying to get through there, where it seems like, you know, the Bloodthirster and the Demon Prince and some of those other units that actually have quite a bit of armor, it doesn't seem to be equivalent to the vehicles. And it's never really been explained to me, because I never see a difference. So maybe it's in the code. And if you guys know, let me know, because I tend to think of armor value as just being armor. So 9 armor on a Bloodthirster or a Demon Prince being equivalent to 9 armor on a vehicle. But maybe that's not the case. Maybe it's actually coded where there's infantry armor and then vehicle armor. And even though the numbers are the same, they're not considered the same for damage potential, because it seems like the Bloodthirster and the Demon Princes, even though they have significant armor like a vehicle, they always tend to seem to take a lot more damage than what I would expect. And they don't seem to get the reduced damage or the grazes as much as what the other vehicles do. So if anybody knows the answer to that, I'm just kind of curious. I suspect that's probably the case, but it doesn't signify the differences of armor types in this game at all. So I don't have 100% certainty about that, but it definitely seems, because I think you saw that my Termagants and things were doing, you know, 50, 80 damage per rounds of attacks against those Bloodthirsters, and it really allowed me to chew through and do quite a bit of damage. And that's the other reason why you want to do the double yell to kill all those guys, is if you don't, and especially if there's that toxic presence on the ground, then you're taking shit tons of damage, because they're getting all the buff damage from the swarm tactics, and they get bonus damage because of the toxic presence, and then they're getting increased accuracy because of the synapse creatures that are around it. So that just gets to be totally ridiculous. In the past, what I would do is just bring some Gene Stealers too, because they have good armor piercing, and so they would do pretty substantial damage, pretty much 120 to 150 damage, if not more, if they had a rear attack to heavily armored units or vehicles. Recently, I've been playing around with it more, and as long as you're not fighting somebody that like the Chaos Demons that have the double yell ability, is I actually think that the Hormagaunts tend to be more cost effective, because the Gene Stealers, they can survive a round of grenades where your Hormagaunts can't, but the Gene Stealers still get wiped out with a flame attack. So you're paying a lot more for the Gene Stealer for that armor piercing, but honestly, once you start getting all those swarm tactic advantages going, in addition to the synapse bonuses, I feel like the Hormagaunts are more cost effective, because the Gene Stealers definitely feel like they're in a bad spot. The whole point is you're supposed to bring lots of Gene Stealers, keep them together, and get all those evasion, but then you're keeping them together, and then people know to just bring a flamer over there, and it's like, oh, all your Gene Stealers are dead, and that was a bunch of requisition you just spent on them. So in that way, they just don't feel like they're balanced right. So but definitely a really fun match for our opponent here. He just slightly overextended. Really liked his body blocking build here, and he did excellent. And like I said, it was just a little bit of positioning there that I was able to break through, and that allowed me to move around and get the kill and stack some momentum. But boy, oh boy, I was really worried there that I was not going to be able to pull ahead, because I was just watching him progressively tick higher and higher, and getting that differential between our points was getting higher and higher. And I'm like, shit, I need to get on there, or else he's going to win just on points, because I just can't get to the freaking Conquer map here to get my guys to start nullifying some of those points and closing the distance. So really, really fun match. Definitely enjoyed it. With that, I'm going to sign off. So if you're enjoying these videos, please give my channel a like and subscribe to encourage me to post more content for you. Take it easy, guys.